Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world beyond magic and miracles and the world of spirit, that great mystery filled with the unknown and every possibility, where magic and miracles appear from nowhere and everywhere. So, to each of you, I welcome you. And to our galactic friends and family who have also pulled up a chair, for they are never far away. To our family and friends and loved ones who have crossed over, for they also are always near. This is the place of your spirit, and you are spirit. If you're starting to feel bits of deja vu, it is because we've been here before. It is because we've done this before. We are masters. We are eternal. We are spirit. And we are breaking down barriers every moment so that the new can flow in. As you begin to recognize more and more of not who you are, but what you are, the space that we use to take up processing will begin to feel empty. And you will notice a freedom, a quietness where there was generally lots of noise. And it may feel uncomfortable initially because we've become used to the noise that comes from our thinking. But as a spirit, the thinking stops. And in that empty space, is an uncalculable number of possibilities that you can experience. that you can impact, that you can affect. But in that other place where you're wondering who you are instead of knowing what you are, there is limitation. That is the place where we are seeking validation for ourselves. We are seeking love. We are seeking honor. All the things that you already have. In that place, there's a constant competition to be seen, to be heard, to be validated. You are a spirit. In truth, you need nothing. You need no one to say that was good or that was bad, that was beautiful. You are beautiful. You're a spirit. Eternal, magnificent, beyond any temporary moment of acknowledgement. It can never fill up your cup that's already overflowing once you know who you are. But until you know who you are, you see yourself as half full. And you're looking to fill yourself from outside yourself. This is the structure that will collapse upon your knowing and experiencing that you are a spirit. All seeking comes from not knowing that. I had a conversation with my dear friend who spoke in a different way about this. That the program that was delivered to humanity to make them forget that they are spirit. And that program awakened at your first moment of trauma, and I would say your first moment of validation. And that program went to the foreground. It informed every decision that you made. It knew all your previous decisions. And it forced you to respond to your life from a past event. And that continued until the new operating system was delivered over a month ago now. And I didn't share with my friend when I spoke to her, but I thought, that sounds like Facebook. That sounds like social media. Gathering everything there is to know about you and then informing your every decision based on likes and loves. So the new operating system was delivered, but the old files could still run until there was a reboot. And we all have installed new software, and it always says you must restart your computer. So a few weeks ago, there was a reboot so that those files that were running in the foreground of our life were deleted, or at the worst, no longer supported. And what was left is your spirit, returning to the foreground, running everything, having no reflection to past incidents, but only soaring and flying for nothing could ever touch you, spirit. Nothing could ever pull on you. Take your brilliance, your magnificence, because your spirit. And even now, after many lifetimes of that program running in the foreground, it could never kill your spirit. It was just waiting to be liberated. And now it is liberated. and no one except yourself can put you in bondage. Because you are a spirit. I saw something on the computer yesterday about the new Apple Mac processor, and I thought it was interesting. Just saw the advertisement for it, and it read, packed with astonishing 16 billion transistors. The new M1 chip integrates the CPU, GPU, neural engine, input output, and so much more onto a single tiny chip. Combined with new software, Big Sur, M1 delivers category smashing speed, mind bending graphics, and powerful efficiency and battery life that defies belief. And I wrote, welcome to your new operating system. Your spirit is the computer that will run it. There's no comparison to the operating system that is now on board. And now that there's been a reboot, your spirit is back in the forefront. Where the communication with your galactic friends increases exponentially. Where you speak to people and they are impacted without having to say a word. Where you don't speak to people and they are impacted. It's a beautiful place. To know you're a spirit and that you can come and go as you please. There are no limitations. Listen. It started with the words, listen. Listen. And even when you think you're listening, listen again. For in that listening, you will hear the words, signals, voices, and sounds of the universe. This listening takes place in the quiet of the all that is, where there is no analysis, no judgment, and no expectation, where a still small voice from beyond the galaxies can still be heard. It is here where you can meet the beings that have lived all around you, for they have been waiting for you to receive their messages. It is because we are in the time of listening that these connections can finally be made, and you can step into the multi-dimensional world that lets you know that you have always been supported, looked after, and loved. You have now opened to a new level of listening so that the conversation with your galactic family will be endless, and they will become more real than your conversations with your human family. Some of you experienced this when, as a child, you were able to see, feel, and hear your imaginary friends, which turned out not to be imaginary at all. And this time, you won't have to hide or suppress your connections with those beings that will come forward in droves as you begin to be able to hear a pin drop in a galaxy that is a million light years away. When you were a child, you were not distracted with loads of data and information, so your listening was free and clear. We are now returning back by moving forward to this place of innocent communication, free and clear. Your brain and all the information that has been stored there will be taken offline so that there is nothing interfering with the messages that are queuing up to be delivered to you. This is how we were when we entered this dimension through the womb of our mother. We were connected to everything, and there were no filters to block the signal that came from our Creator. This signal permeated all life like the blood that flows through your body, and in one heartbeat and one breath, you felt one with all that is. For you are and have always been spirit. Soon you will be able to hear all transmissions from every being from a place of non-judgment, and you will offer assistance without speaking a word. Many of you have been unconsciously doing this your whole life, but as with everything else, it is now growing and expanding to a level of awareness so that what you deliver is clearly felt. You are an eternal spirit, and you are being called home to your vast magnificence. Listen, listen, for the source of all that is calling you home. I was driving here on yesterday just to my job, and this melody and these words came to me. I am a spirit. I am a spirit. I am much more than this body or form. I am a spirit. I am a spirit, and my essence can quiet the storm. I am beyond all things. I am greater than all things. I am God. I am beyond all things. I am greater than all things. I am God. You are a spirit. You are a spirit. And you hover over all that you see. You are a spirit. You are a spirit. Because you are the same as me. You are beyond all things. You are greater than all things. You are God. You are beyond all things. You are greater than all things. You are God. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da. I am a spirit. You are a spirit. And we are free. I am a spirit. You are a spirit. And we are free. Now your new adventure awaits into all the possibilities of you, a spirit. I will see you out there, for I am always with you. And until then, I wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. Thank you.